was a crisp, moonlit night in the dense woods of northern Michigan. Hunter Jason Collins had ventured out the routine night tracking game, but what he had stumbled upon that evening was anything but ordinary. As the moonlight pierced through the thick canopy, casting eerie shadows on the forest floor, Jason heard a sound that made his blood run cold. A guttural growl unlike anything he had ever heard. Jason's flashlight flickered as he pushed through the underbrush, trying to make sense of the sound around him. Branches snapped, and the howls grew louder, more distinct. They weren't coming from a wolf or a bear. These were the howls of something much more sinister. His heart pounded in his chest as he glanced over his shoulder, catching a fleeting glimpse of a figure moving swiftly between the trees. Panic set in as the figure emerged from the shadows. A towering creature with the body of a man and the head of a wolf. His eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and its snarling face was a grotesque mix of human and animal features. Jason's instincts screamed at him, but his legs felt like lead. He stumbled through the woods, the creature's breath hot on his neck. Just as he was about to collapse from fear and exhaustion, Jason managed to catch a glimpse of the beast one last time before he reached his car. He slammed the door shut, his hands shaking as he stumbled with the keys. The house faded into the distance, but the terror of that night would haunt him forever. Hey everyone, Stonerock here. What you just heard was a chilling recount of one man's encounter with the Michigan Dogman, a creature of legend that had been terrifying the northern woods for decades. If you're fascinated by spine-tingling tales of this mysterious creature, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're always updated on our latest spooky content. So, what exactly is the Michigan Dogman? The Dogman is a creature said to roam the woods of northern Michigan, especially around the Manistee National Forest. Picture this: a beast with the body of a man and the head of a dog or wolf, standing at around 7 feet tall. Its chilling mix of human and canine features that has left many in the region both fascinated and terrified. The legend of the Dogman isn't just a recent development. Stories about it date back as far as 1887. However, it wasn't until the late 1980s that the Dogman gained widespread attention. That's when reports of sightings and a famous video made its rounds, propelling this creature into the spotlight. One of the most talked about sightings happened in 1987, when a Michigan resident claimed to have seen a creature fitting the Dogman's description. According to the witness, the creature was seen running on 2 legs with a menacing wolf-like face. The sighting was reported to have occurred near the Manistee National Forest, adding to the creature's local lore. Another prominent sighting took place in 1990 when a man claimed his car was attacked by the Dogman. He described the creature as having glowing eyes and a fearsome snarl. But what exactly is the Michigan Dogman? Some believe it's a cursed individual transformed by dark forces or supernatural entities. Others think it might be an unknown species, even a remnant of ancient folklore. Native American legends also speak of shape-shifting beings and creatures that resemble the Dogman, adding another layer of mystery to its origins. Dogman is not just about frightening sightings. Its legend has become part of Michigan's cultural fabric. There are annual Dogman-themed events, songs, and even books dedicated to the enigmatic creature. For instance, the Dogman song, released in 1987, became a hit and helped spread the legend even further. It's said to have been reported all the way back to like the 1800s or so. Native Americans talk about it. They had reported some after they had moved into that area, and then it kind of went quiet for a while until the 1980s when a disc jockey named Steve Cook, I think it was, 1987 actually, Steve Cook released a song called The Dogman, and it propelled the Dogman out further. And from that song, he made 2 hoax videos. One was he was riding a snowmobile through the snow and got attacked, and another one he was walking through the woods and got attacked. And those were both hoaxes. He came out and said that they were both hoaxes. So There is no actual proof of the Dogman, much like no actual proof of Bigfoot. That being said, people are still reporting Dogman attacks. The Dogman is as much like what a traditional werewolf would be. Now, people will argue that the Dogman is not a werewolf, that it's a shapeshifter, but that's what a werewolf is. It's a shapeshifter. It's a man that shapeshifts into a wolf, a werewolf. But they would say that the werewolf is folklore and mythology, whereas the Dogman is more real, I guess it would be, but that doesn't make any sense at all. It's a werewolf. It's the same thing. Sightings still continue to this day, and people are still fascinated by the Michigan Dogman. There's not a whole lot. There are accounts of a couple attacks by the Michigan Dogman. There was one from a trucker that said that the Dogman caught up to his truck while he was driving, and he was stopped on the side of the road. He had an air leak in his brakes. He got out to fix it. He felt something was coming up on him, so he hopped back in the cab, started driving, and he looked out his window, saw the Dogman catching up to him, running about like 30 miles an hour. He said the Dogman tried to get up to his window, so he pulled out his hand cannon and popped one off in the Dogman's eyes. He said that it rolled off to the side of the hill. He drove on about a mile, turned around, came back, and the Dogman was gone. But there were a couple people standing around that were talking about bears fighting, so he got back in his truck and left again. And then a month later, he was visited by some government stooges that told him that he killed one of their assets, and that they froze his bank accounts and did all sorts of nefarious stuff to him. But the government wouldn't have anything to do with the Michigan Dogman. That eyewitness accounts are rarely ever accurate, as you will find out. The human brain is quite fallible when it comes to remembering stuff like that. Stress can make you remember stuff that didn't actually happen. It happens. There was another account of the Dogman getting into a fight with some military types in the woods near the base out there in the Upper Peninsula, but I don't have the exact details on that, so I won't speak about it. But the Dogman tends to stay away from people, much like Bigfoot. There are supposed to be Bigfoot up in that area as well. Both animals are supposed to be territorial, but again, we have no evidence. Despite all the tales and reports, there's still no concrete evidence to prove the Dogman's existence. Skeptics argue that sightings could be misidentified animals such as wolves, or even large dogs, or even hoaxes designed to capitalize on local legends. So what do you think? Is the Michigan Dogman a real creature lurking in the woods, or just a piece of Michigan folklore? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We've got plenty of more creepy content coming your way, so stay tuned. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown and stay curious. This is Stonerock, signing off again.